Thank you very much. Good morning all of you. I'm very happy to have been received here so well by the Dean and all the professors. Ladies and gentlemen, I always wanted to start with a little bit of a kick-off. Today, of course, is the celebration of the Convention of the Rights of the Child. We all know that. This two-day symposium has been in the making for some time. My staff, which are highly appreciated, have been so devoted in making this come true. It's about actually building children's rights, and as we heard about the Ombudsman institution, to continue sharing between Swedish and experts good practices between academics, children's rights organizations, and the Turkish and Swedish governmental bodies also. Very happy to have the Turkish Ombudsman here with us. The symposium, as you know, is organized under the auspices of the Swedish Consulate, and I'm the Swedish Consul General, as you know, in partnership with the Foundation for the Advancement of Counseling in Education and the Bilgi University Child Studies Unit. I think we're also involved with Bilgi in other projects, and the university stands out in having these units for gender issues and for something in the making also for people with disabilities. Very, very important. There's a number of invited guests and personalities and organizations. From Sweden we had hoped to have, we have him invited, Mr. Thomas Hammarberg, who is a human rights diplomat and activist also. But unfortunately he fell ill, but I will try to, at a later stage you'll hear more from me, I will try to replicate his speech that we prepared for this event. But we have nonetheless very important people from Sweden, like Fredrik Malmberg, the Children's Ombudsman. Very happy that you took your time, because as we talked, you are sharing experiences with other countries, but you have this, you ceased to your activities in Sweden, not mostly, of course, of advancing children's rights there. We have the Children's Ombudsman from Botkyrka municipality, and that's Eva Hållén, who is, that's a municipality, you can talk much more about it, but it's a municipality with a lot of immigrants, recent and past immigrants. So very, very interesting perspectives that you're going to give us. We have Karin Fagerholm from Save the Children, Sweden, I think. And then another guest speaker is Bernard de Vos, chair of the European Network of Ombudsman for Children, ENOT, and Children's Ombudsman in the French community, Belgium, which is also an interesting perspective on things. I just wanted to mention a few facts and figures so you will know that. Of course, we're here today, as I said, to commemorate and advance the rights of the child with the convention. This is the 25th year after the UN adopted that convention, and 193 countries, if I'm not mistaken, have undertaken this to respect and protect and promote the rights of the child so far. Sweden will begin the work to incorporate and make the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child law in Sweden. We share the responsibility for ensuring that children are able to enjoy their incontrovertible right to be exactly what they are, children. I have my son here in Istanbul, and he's a bit older, of course, but when I told him today that we have this two-day conference on the rights of the child, he said, cool, or soft, or something. So he's with us, and that is good for me. In 1979, Sweden became the first country in the world to make beating or spanking children a criminal offense. And that's something also which is an interesting perspective, because I remember, even if I was a bit smaller and younger than now, the debate about the balance in the family, if the children were given these rights to actually bring to justice or so their parents. But it's been working pretty fine, and maybe we can dwell a bit on that from the Swedish perspective and how that has been working. And And of course, another step was in 1993, when the Swedish government appointed the ombudsman, or made that function official, to protect children's rights and look after their interests. One, as I understand, one important task is to listen to people and try to be the filter between civil society and children and the government in proposing, for instance, amendments to laws. We also see children's rights as a part of working on greater social and gender equality in Sweden and in the world, of course. And that will be also a hallmark of the pretty new Swedish government we have. It's been just a few weeks there. And I was talking to some of them last week, and they're very happy with what we're doing from the Konsolos side in dialogue and in cooperation with Turkey on civil society and on human rights issues. Sweden is also, as you might know, a very decentralized country in a way, where municipalities and county governments have a lot of authority and not autonomy. And they also have taxation of the right to spend their own money without getting directly from the local constituency. So I think most important issues, even if the ombudsman institution is very crucial in Sweden, I think most of the activities that actually take place when it comes to children's rights actually do take place at that level. And again, that's why it's important to have the municipality represented here. One important part that with having rights, of course, of the child, is to have the possibility to complain to an official body when rights are violated. And we might hear even more about that also. So the Turkish ombudsman system, even though we heard it from the Ottoman times, inspired from that time, is still quite new. And in the symposium, we would like to bring out the strengthening role of the ombudsperson office in the child's rights system, by maybe taking into consideration the experiences and knowledges of Sweden. And if we do that, go from this conference with some of these experiences shared, we have succeeded already. I would like to say a little bit also, just finally, what I believe to be some of the other aims of the symposium. Of course, the shared development. What happened after the convention took place, what happened in the two respective countries. And also, to shed light on and illustrate the value of having a children's ombudsman, and to investigate the role of the child ombudsman, an institution, as you know, was started in Sweden, but we now have at least 40 or so in Europe, and of course in other places around the globe. And we want also to develop awareness on the protection of children's rights in local administrations, as we said, emphasize the role of the state and civil society interchange and collaboration in the protection and promotion of child rights, and to show that the children's rights can only be achieved with participation of children. And I don't see any child here today, but that's usually the case. We have also, this is also something, this 2-day seminar, we are also framing that, and we're also doing parallel activities around town and some other places on the rights for children, for cultural rights, and there are a lot of for instance, children's books, activities, illustrations, and things like that going on. So you're very welcome to those also. We can provide you with a program. And to also to contribute, and I've seen it's been published in what we're doing already in Turkish media, on media's advocacy on child rights, which is very, very crucial, of course. So without further ado, I would like to open this seminar and symposium on 2 days, and I will leave the space for the next. Thank you very much for your attention.